Hello students, welcome back to my class. We are going to continue the same lesson which is already I have mentioned on the board, minerals and mining of the 8th class. So the subtopics which we are going to learn about today is the Singareni coal fields. Okay, in the last previous classes we have discussed each and everything about the minerals and where are those minerals which are what are those minerals which are available in Telangana, and the next subtopic which is very related to that is the Singareni coal fields. There are extensive coal deposits in the 4 districts. So what are those? Name of the 4 districts are Peddapalli, Mancherial, Bhadradri, Adilabad, Jagitial and Jayashankar. So these are the 4 districts where we can find the coal deposits in an extensive way. These mines are operated by the Singareni Collieries Company Limited. In beginning, so this company was started and set up by a private British mining company in the year 1886, which was purchased by the Nizam of Hyderabad in 1920. After independence, the government of India took over this company. SCCL, which is nothing but the Singareni coal field, is jointly owned by the government of India and state government of Telangana. SCCL is currently operating 15 open cast and 35 underground mines in 4 districts of Telangana. So how many things this company is operating? 15 open cast and 35 underground mines in 4 districts of Telangana, which we have just now said it, like Adilabad and etc. 4 districts of Telangana and employs around 65,000 people. So in this company there are around 65,000 people in 4 districts where the people are working. 2015. 2 of our teachers visited a coal mine in the famous Singareni coal fields. So 2 famous teachers has visited these coal mines in the famous Singareni coal fields. So they are having 4 what we can say 4 companies which are available in different districts of Telangana. We boarded a bus for Kothagudem from Hyderabad bus stand. On reaching Kothagudem, we visited the office of SCCL and took permission to visit the mines. So these 2 teachers have taken the permission and they have went to these coal mines by taking the transportation of bus from Hyderabad to Kothagudem and visited the office of this company and they have took the permission to visit the mines. We then travel 40 kilometers from Kothagudem to Yellandu. Here again we went to the office of SCCL and took permission to go down the number 21 incline. So next, what happened with those teachers? Let's see. They have taken again the permission and visited the incline 21. We then cross an iron bridge over a railway track on which a goods train was standing. We reached the entrance of the mine where the safety officer received us. The officer explained that coal is found in thick layers under the ground. If one digs from the ground level, first there will be some soil, after which there will be rocks and water. So if one digs the land and want to see where is the coal, first what they will get? They will get some soil, after which there will be rocks and water. If we go further deep for about 200 to 300 feet, we will reach the coal layer. In one area, there can be several layers of coal separated by rock or loose soil. So this is the thing which the officer has explained, how the coal is going to get it from the land of the earth. There will be soil, there will be water and then deep layers of what we can say coal layers will be there down the 200 to 300 feet. Then they will get the coal layers. Several layers of coal soil must be separated from rocks and loose soil. Then they will get the actual amount of coal. There is a huge process and lot of hard work that they have to do to get the coal. Why? Because it is what we can say combined with the soil, with the water and with the loose soils and rocks. Danger and safety measures. So, let us see what are the danger. Next subtopic is the what are the safety measures and what are the difficulties they are facing by this coal fields when they are doing such kind of process. Safety measures. The safety officer also explained to us that it was always a risk to go down as accidents may occur. So, to go down that much of 200 to 300 feet, they have to dig the land, then they will get the coal. So, it is obviously a risky matter. Why? Because to go down as accidents may occur. A tunnel may fall down or get flooded by water, or there can be fire and suffocation due to poisonous gases. He explained that the mine administration has developed elaborate safety arrangements to prevent such accidents, and that we should also take necessary precautions. If they are arranging the safety arrangement, it is also essential for the workers to take the essential preventions also and precautions. He also explained about how to face such accidents with the help of the safety kit. We wore on the safety kit and got ready to go down. We reported at muster point for online registration. Now we reach the entrance of the mine. Actually, this is a lift that carries people in and out of the mine. The two of us and the safety manager along with 3 miners entered the lift. The lift in charge closed the sides and gave signals to underground lift operator by ringing a bell using a code. Let's see what is happening inside the mine. Our lift went down about 500 feet below the ground level. 500 feet below the ground level, the lift went down. It was like going deep down into a well. We were gripped by fears as the lift rapidly slid down and we kept hearing water falling somewhere. The safety officer who was with us explained it is ground water. You know that when we dig, we find water. Obviously, that the coal we are getting is from under the land of the earth. So, there under the land there is water. Groundwater is a natural thing which is basically present under the land. So, we can get the sound of the groundwater. Explain it is groundwater. You know that when we dig, we find water also. We have to pump this water out, otherwise it will flood our mine tunnels. All the water is directed to a pool from which it is pumped out of the mine. So, this is all the process which the officers, which the employees are going to take when they are working in a coal mine. Safety measures, they have to look after each and everything so that accidents may not occur, and the groundwater, how they are doing to protect their tunnels, etc. He further told us that company has a project and planning wing which takes care of designing these aspects of the mines. The lift stopped and we stepped into a narrow tunnel called mine shaft. As we walked in, we noticed electrical lines, hose pipes carrying water, a narrow rail track on the ground, etc. When coal is mined, it is loaded onto small wagons which are pulled on these rails to the lift from where it is taken to the ground level. Our guide pointed out that we were actually walking through a coal layer, also called coal seam, and that there was a coal on both the sides and above and below us. We were surprised to see that the walls of the mine were bright and not black. Our guide explained that this is because they are painted with dolomite to prevent oxidation and degradation of coal, and also to enhance reflection and give us light. So the coal mines are basically black. To avoid those blacks and the suffocation and the oxidation through the atmosphere, they have painted with dolomite to prevent oxidation and degradation of coal, and also which give enhance reflection and give something light. Why? Because it is 200 to 300 feet down. Blasting the coal. So the next topic we are going to cover is the blasting the coal. How they are going to blast the coal. Let's study about that also. Now we were approaching to the coal drilling area or phase. Every day the supervisors inspect the coal seam and give instructions for that day's mining. Where is the mining to be done and what safety measures have to be taken. Different groups of people are assigned for different tasks. One group was drilling holes with pneumatic air compressors to plant the explosive rods. Resin packets were inserted to keep them in place. These explosives will be set off, detonated by an electrical device. Strong rocks like coal is broken in this manner so that it can be cut and transported. This process is called blasting. It is a hazardous process as sometimes the blast can bring down the entire mine phase, causing death of the miners. So it is a very hazardous, sometimes it leads to death also, the mine facing causing death of the miners. It has to be therefore done with great care and calculations. Another group of miners was arranging wooden and iron supports to support the roof so that it may not fall. It may not fall down on the heads of the miners. One group was ready with flexible movable motor known as drilling machine. This would be used to cut the coal after the blast. Now the blasting hole is ready. As you can see in figure 6.8 in your textbook, the picture is given how they are blasting the coal. When the entire preparation for blasting was complete, everyone withdrew to safe places. Then a warning whistle was blown and then a detonator was set off. Suddenly the whole mine resounded with the boom of an explosion. So in this way the blast of the coal is taking place with lot of precautions, with lot of arrangements, and there is a huge risk of death also. It is a very hazardous process, we can say this. The walls and the ground shook and it seemed as if an earthquake had hit the spot. There was smoke and dust everywhere. After some time the whistle sounded again and we moved once more towards the face. Slowly the dust settled. 2 or 3 miners entered the dust cloud coughing. They walked over the coal that had fallen in the explosion using their rods to inspect the places where the coal has fallen. At one spot the roof has weak, so it was supported with wooden beams and posts. So in this way the coal is getting out from the, what we can say, earth, from the land, under the earth. So the next thing, by doing the blasting and all, next topic is they have got the coal and they have taken out the coal from the earth, from the mines, everything. How they are going to transport these coals? Let's see. Transporting coal. In this mine, coal is transported through conveyor belts. Earlier, miners had to physically loaded the coal into small wagons which carried the coal. Now, dumper machines load the coal into conveyor belts which carry the coal to the ground level. Then the coal is graded and loaded onto trucks and railway wagons. The SCCL mainly supplies coal to thermal power plants of the government. The remaining coal is purchased by other companies. Welfare. Let's see, the next is the welfare. Welfare is nothing but the development. Singarani Collieries provides quarters with roads, drinking water and utilization water. It gives electricity at nominal charges. It also establishes schools and hospitals. Safety and health checkups. Okay, so let's see what the safety and health checkups they are doing. Safety and health checkups. Director General of Mine Safety monitors safety aspects and periodical medical examination. The workers underground are not only exposed to the accidents but constantly inhale coal dust. So they are not only facing the accidents, they are inhaling the coal and dust which causes the dreaded black lung diseases. So they are risking their lives also. These miners are doing a great job. They are not in a hazardous and dangerous, putting their life at risk. If they are not losing their life, they are what we can say constantly inhaling the coal dust which is leading slowly to the black lung disease, a form of tuberculosis. Okay, so the lung disease which they are facing day by day, if they are not what we can say examined or medicated, they are going slowly into a form of tuberculosis. There are detailed guidelines for medical checkup of the miners and their treatment. So these companies will take care of the safety and health checkups. They provide to the miners detailed guidelines for medical checkup of the miners and their treatment is given to them. Employees below 45 years have to undergo through routine checkups every 5 years. So the employees who are below the 45 years of old have to undergo the routine checkup for every 5 years. Employees above 45 years have through routine checkup every 3 years. Miners with black lung diseases are usually transferred to a different department on the ground. So if any miners or employees we can say has come across with this black lung disease, which is nothing but the tuberculosis, are usually transferred to the different departments of the coal. So these are the safety measures and what we can say health checkups are going to done on a regular basis of 5 years or 3 years depending upon the age of a employee by these SCCL Coalfields Company. So the next topic we are discussing is the new trends in mining industry and miners. So what are those trends, what are those strategies they have opted to do the better process in mining industry and miners? Let's see. Recently there has been a great increase in demand for coal, especially for thermal power plants. However, our mines are not able to cater to this demand due to low productivity. So there is a huge demand of coal for the thermal power plant. So let's see what are the trends which they are going to take place. Is there has been a great increase in demand for coal, especially for the thermal power plants. Why? Because our miners are not able to cater to meet their requirements due to low productivity of coal. Hence, the SCCL is devising plans for increasing production by shifting to open cast mining. So they are adapting new methods so that there is a huge increasing production of coals by shifting to open cast mining. It has therefore It has therefore set up about 15 open cast mines and introduced fully automatic machines through private contractors. So they have shifted their methods by opening coals, so that open cast mining, which is so that they can produce or increase their production of coals. So they have introduced 15 open cast mines and fully automatic machines also they have introduced through private contractors. These will produce much more coal but employ very few people. It is also said that the coal reserves of these open cast mining areas will be exhausted in 10 to 15 years, which there can be no mining in this area. So this is also a disadvantage, that they are doing the process of increasing the production of the coal, but they have to face this also, that it is going to be last only for 10 to 15 years. After that there will be no mining in this area. So in this way, that the methods and trends that they have adopted for the open cast mining, it is going to exhausted within 10 to 15 years. After that they cannot get any mines over that particular area. So in this way we have completed these all the subtopics in today's class. In the next class we are going to continue this same lesson with another subtopic, which is nothing but the open cast mining, which these coal fields has adopted at different places. So in this way we have completed our subtopics. So in the next class we are going to continue the same lesson with another subtopic, which is open cast mine at Satupalli. So till then, take care of yourself. Thank you.